Okay, are you ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I'll show you how to do a half lap. This is how the proper carpenters do a joint in a corner. Most guys are not gonna do this. They're gonna not take the time and they're just gonna butt it and nail it, which is not near as cool as this. Okay, so with timber framing, one of the problems we have is that everything is going to be inconsistent. It's going to be this different. So everything has to be kind of custom made, every single joint. So you need to record it and remember which one goes where. So when we take it all apart and put it back together, it's got to go together exactly the same way that we took it apart and not mix things up. So we do that by marking each joint. So we'll start right here. So we're going to mark, we'll just use Roman numerals. And so we're going to mark right here. This is going to be a 1, right? And this is going to be a 1 as well. So when we put it together, it's very simple. We know which way is up, and we know 1 goes to 1, and then we'll do 2, 3, and 4, so on and so forth, right? So we'll add this to your tools, your crate.
5 is a V, right?
Yeah, 5 is a V, 4
10 is an X.
10 is an X, right?
It just, because I'm just going to knock it out anyway with the chisel.
Exactly, but there is a caveat to that. So you're right. So Jack is asking here, do these cuts, this has to be removed. This is the waist. We mark that with the X. This is our half lap joint. This is the shoulder cut. This is the most critical one.
Yeah.
And he's asking, do these matter? They do matter in that you should get accustomed to being precise. And each one of these you do is an opportunity for you to practice being square. That's looking good, Brian.
Nice. Yeah, it's coming along.
You're gonna have the dirt inside of it when we're done.
We'll get to have a planter box and a dirt.
All right, so Jack and I will have that first course done here in a little while. So. All right. The quicker way of doing it, come over here and I'll show you. So you're going to set the saw, lift up the plate, this is the guard. Have here, Brian.
Try and make it.
That's a good looking half lap there. Can you explain what you're doing with the square there?
Sure, yeah. So this is a neat trick that I learned today where, let's say you need to measure part of the lap that's out here. You can't measure off of this surface because you can't reach. So you take another square and put this one on top, and then you can measure down to a reference point, in this case this corner here. Measure down, and then you can bring it out, make sure that your cuts are square.
Some of them are actually.
There's a couple. The birch tree one is
Should I order a full cherry tree net to throw over that thing?
I think it's gonna work.
It works at the big orchards use it. Not only is it very sharp, but it gets the high spots. So as you go across here, this is what makes it really flat. You see, it's only removing wood from the high spots. And it makes it really flat, and it's got a little extra weight to it, so you can it shaves really good. So try this a little bit and see if that works better for you. And you always run it flat. You never run a slick this way. Always flat off the back.
Why does it have the point on it anyway then?
The point?
Or why does it have the down thing?
Because it wouldn't be sharp if it didn't have that. Try that, see if that works for you. Did I hear ride?
You might want to check some of the switches before you drive.
ride.
She'd like a ride.
Ride.
You want me to give you a ride?
Ride.
There's probably a law against that in 50 states.
Did you say please?
Pee.
Please. Please, she wants a ride. She needs a ride.
Oop. Go.
Oh, you want me to close the door?
Go.
I have to close the door. She's going for a ride.
Hi, baby.
Oh yeah? Can I open the door?
No.
Okay.
No.
Beep beep.
Excellent.
Are you in a tractor?
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, what is this going to tell me? What good does this measurement?
It'll tell you like how deep it's going to be so you can mark it on here.
Correct. We need 2 measurements. What are the 2 measurements we need?
Depth of the shoulder.
Okay, so the depth of the shoulder, we know what that is. What's that?
That's like how deep it's going to be, which is 1 3/4 inches.
So this is 1 3/4, right? Here's the depth of the shoulder. We know that. What's the second dimension that we need?
The actual like length of the shoulder, or what?
Yeah,
what it's called?
the thickness of the tongue to the shoulder, right? And how do we determine that?
We have to measure this right here and then this right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the second measurement.
This one's a little challenging because it's crowned.
Oh yeah.
And so then I noticed there was a
Yeah.
slightly higher center. So we're working on getting that down.
These are looks good though. Hand saw or skill saw on this one?
Skill saw.
At no less than a 45. Imagine the wood grain like a whole bunch of straws. And when you come at the end, they want to kind of split and tear over. Let's see what we got here. I'll hold this for you if you want to set that up. So I'd say right here would be a good place to set your depth at. On top. Right there, go ahead and tighten that up. Okay. Let's check it. 1, 2, and 3. You got your creel in your hand to mark your high spots. So check 1, 2, and 3.
They all need to be dropped.
Okay. 4, 5, and 6. So you're really good in the waist. You see, I have the same tendency as you do, is I tend to dish out the bottom. And I'm always left high on the sides. I do that exact same thing. what this will do, because it's so wide, it'll find them for you. So I'll just go across here, and it's super sharp, and that'll pick up any little high spots that I left. You see right there, it's telling us that it's a little bit high there, but it looks like you've got pretty well got it. See, it'll follow that down, it'll push that away, and then that'll open up. We'll have a big unsightly gap right there. So what you might do is grab your chisel and your mallet. When you see it, you want to have, it's really important to have a very clean edge. Just like, see how clean that is? I'll even come down here and trim those like that. And what you're doing is you're lining up your chisel with that shoulder. And you see right there how that's sticking out? We'll cut all that off of there. Cut it all, there's even a little bit more. Cut those off of there. And these chisels are so sharp you can even take and use the corner of it to score those fibers. Now look and see, we have a really clean edge. See, there's a little bit of a goober right there. See that guy? Get that off of there. Now we can run our chisel in there and lay it in there like that, and we can see if we're tight. We can see like no gap in there between this tendon and the shoulder, and we know we've got a really good solid deal. If you want to check your tendon also, you can do this and see how square you got your shoulders. That was a very good cut. Look how good that is. It's absolutely perfect. And over here, right there, see how good that is? That is the way they should look. That's your best one yet. Sweet Loaf, are you being nice to your mama?
I got a bear. No.
Can you show me can you jump? Whoa, again. Whoa, can you run? Can you jump? Hop. Twirl around. Jump. Again. Jump. That's new.
No.
You taught her that?
She's been doing it a while. Can you say hi, Papa? Morning.
Morning.
Hi, Papa.
Sweet Loaf, what does a T-Rex say?
Ah!